Time. Mbuso, good morning, and thanks so much for coming in for us today.
Good
so we all heard at the time of creatives, of artists, everybody who was just in a very bad space at the time, not knowing where they were going to get their next rand from. But what was happening with you and people in your circle? Just give us an idea.
Well, first of all, we were just looking for a way to showcase our work, but in a different way. So what we were doing is just trying to create this platform, which was Creative Nation. I mean, we didn't get down from COVID or anything like that. We just saw it as an opportunity to think really deep and work on our crafts.
Well, in a funny way, and on the flip side, it was a good chance for creatives to actually showcase their work, even though they may not have been making any money from it, right? But everybody needed to watch something. Everybody was online because we were all sort of, stuck in our own homes or stuck in our own spaces. So how did that work for you? I mean, it must have been, how did you capitalize on that?
Well, I enjoyed it because I didn't really mind about the money. I mean, like, there's more time on my hands to do things. So I just capitalized the man by just creating Creative Nation. I really don't know what else to say.
So tell us about Creative Nation. How would you describe it? What is it?
Oh, it's just like it's a digital magazine, it's a platform where all creatives can just showcase their work, up-and-coming creatives. All right, so it just serves as a platform for all creatives who are new in the industry, and it's going to educate everybody who's coming up on how to do things. Because I really focus on the process of things, because the process is what matters the most. It's not really about the end result. So we really want to educate people, inspire, and motivate people about the creative process.
So how exactly do you do that? What information would they find in this digital
Oh, well,
space?
definitely the first thing we do is have people to tell their story. So everybody we feature there, they tell us their story about how they do things. Not necessarily, yes, you make music, and it sounds nice, but like, how did you get there onto that platform to make such great music? What were you thinking when you did that? What was the first thing you did when you woke up that day and you made that decision that you want to become a musician? So that stuff really matters the most, so that's what you'll find there.
So is it mostly to give people direction? Do you feature creatives on this platform, or is it mostly just education, awareness, information?
Yes, we feature all creatives. Only creatives, just feature a bunch of creatives. Photographers, every month is photographers there. And then depending on what the issue is, this month, which is coming up, is music, so we have musicians up there.
Okay, so every feature or every edition has a specific focus. You focus on different people. So how does one get onto this platform? How, I mean, I have no talent whatsoever, but if I did, how would I get on there and showcase what I need to do?
Well, if you can first email us. If you really believe in yourself and you believe it, you can email us and tell us, let's look at your stuff. But then if you don't, I'm always looking on like social media and always looking at different people's portfolio and stuff like that. So we'll find you. So
what's the feedback been like? I mean, it's been a couple of months since you launched Creative Nation. What's the feedback? What have people been telling you, especially those in that circle?
I mean, the feedback is, yeah, it's been like, yeah, it's good, but like I just start taking consideration a lot of things, like font size, the color of the fonts, because some people can't always see. I can see it, but not everyone can read it. So the feedback is, yeah, it's been generally good. The people love it.
So how are you hoping to grow Creative Nation? What's the future of Creative Nation, and for you as well?
Well, with the help of like advertisers and sponsors, obviously that's going to help us reach many people to grow the magazine. I mean, the whole goal of it is just to keep on motivating and inspiring the youth, anybody, even if you're older generation. Just, yeah, the goal is just to keep on growing, man.
Okay, so there's no age limit.
And there's no age limit. There's no age limit to be inspired, man. Just, you can change your life right now. It's just up to you.
Okay, fantastic. So what would be your advice, Mbuso, to those who are in this space? I mean, this is something I should have asked you at the beginning. We always talk about creatives, and it's such a nice term, but who exactly is a creative? Who are we talking about here?
Well, we're talking about everyone. Everyone is creative in their own way.
Yeah.
Because to do something, there's a process. And that process is what makes you like a creative. So the advice to me is just always remember why you started. Always remember why you started doing things, because the reason why you stood up that day when you started doing this is probably the reason why you're going to make it big. So always keep that in your head. Don't let other distractions come in and play and to change your life.
And it's so important, especially in a time where we see so many of our youth facing unemployment, despite, the word that yes, there will be jobs at some point. We're trying to create jobs and all of that. But how do you see Creative Nation fitting into sort of helping our youth actually sort of make this happen for themselves? Because a lot of people just don't get off their butts and do it. We have the ideas, or they have the ideas. I'm not young, but they have the ideas, but they just don't know how to get up and do it. So do you give them that specific advice and that kind of go? Do you light that fire under them with Creative Nation?
Yes, somewhat I do. I mean, I think just reading the magazine or just seeing that, you know, this guy just lives in a normal area, he went to normal high school, nothing special about me. And I think that's enough motivation. Like the whole team that I have, all excellent individuals. Yeah, I think we just looking at our lives, it's enough motivation just to stand up and do it. It's possible. It's really possible. You just have to make the decision that you want to do this and practice really hard.
Is it a lot of work to set up something like Creative Nation?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Tell us what it was like. I mean, it must be blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, it's a lot because now you're not only dealing with yourself. You know, it's different when you're like making a work for like a project for somebody. Now you have to work with artists who have their own emotions, who have their own times. You know, sometimes they take time to reply, and then it's really hard setting this thing up. But yeah.
So is this it for you, Mbuso, Creative Nation, or is this just a small part of your plan for yourself? Where does it fit into Mbuso Bam's life and future?
Yeah, it's just a small part. Let me just say for now, Creative Nation, yes, it's the beginning. It's definitely the beginning. There's much more to come.
And what are your plans for yourself?
Well, for myself, I don't know. I can't say it. I can't say it, honestly.
Okay, well, it'll come to you at some point.
Yes.
You are creative after all. You can't plan for these things, right?
Definitely.
All right, Mbuso Bam, thank you so much. Where would we find Creative Nation? How do we get in touch? How do we get ourselves on there?
Okay, the website is www.creativenation.co.za. Instagram, we're also on Creative Nation _ZA, and on Facebook, Creative Nation.
All right, fantastic. And Mbuso Bam, thank you very much. And I'm sure you have inspired, you have helped so many people, and there'll be many, many more to come. Thanks so much for your time, and good luck for your future endeavors.
Thank you for having me.
All right.